Yeah, that's right. Pull your skateboard over, mister. That's right. God damn fucking son of a bitch. Ugh, that's right. Ugh. That's right. Yeah, now we're open. Woo! Right. Welcome to Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous. My name is Tom. I got a little story to tell tonight. It's late. It's whatever. It already happened. It's in the past, but keep thinking about it. I think about, we talk about, it's a big topic these days, white male privilege. I'm a white male. My privilege is that I ride my skateboard in a shit ass neighborhood. So like the last person that you would call the fucking police on. And then the police show up. Boop, 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 boop. Like literally they do like a fucking U-turn. And I get pulled over on my skateboard. Okay. All right. Like I've dealt with the police before. I don't have a problem with the police. I like the police. But I got to explain why I'm riding a skateboard. Well, it's a skateboard. It's, 9:30 p.m. I'm riding a skateboard. Like it's a skateboard. Have I broken some law? Like have I committed some offense? Like is there a noise violation? Is there something? Is there any reason that like two Phoenix police officers need to pull me over on a skateboard in a neighborhood which is a shit neighborhood where there's far more fucking crime? No, they just want to make sure, because somebody called the fucking police. I was looking into someone's home. No, I don't. These fucks in this fucking shit neighborhood don't have anything I want. Like, what am I gonna fucking rob? Something like what am I gonna take it 4 fucking houses down and like sit on it like in the fucking garage I live in? Wow, this fucking luxurious fucking place with like all the fucking awesome shit I've stolen, right? Like, get the fuck out of town, right? Here's one thing. One, it's embarrassing to be pulled over by the police, not in a car. I'm on a skateboard. And it's like, they do this like hard U-turn. And it was like I knew the cops were pulling up on me. The cops roll up. If you've ever had the cops roll up and you live in the neighborhood that I've lived in and the shit that maybe Ryan and I used to know and still do know apparently, like what it's like when the cops roll up. Like you're like, oh fuck, all right, you know what I mean? Interlace your hands behind your head or just lay down. It's that fucking situation. But I'm listening to fucking Tori Amos, somewhere in between AC/DC and Van Halen. All my butt rock skating playlists. Excuse me. Like I've got Tori Amos somewhere in there, so I'm listening to fucking like Cornflake Girl and and it's 2 female Phoenix police officers. Now, God bless them, because I support the police and law enforcement in every capacity. Like I stand behind the thin blue line. Always have, always will. I'm an Eagle Scout. But this is the thing. Like, I gotta explain. Like, they're like, "Where's your ID? Where's your ID?" I'm out skateboarding. Like, I'm not operating a vehicle. Have you had anything to drink tonight, sir? Yeah, like I ate dinner and I had a couple of fucking beers. Like, oops, like, and then I went skateboarding. Crime of the fucking century, right? Some old fuck in this neighborhood who's probably barely been here a minute when I've known this entire neighborhood my entire fucking life is like, oh, someone was skateboarding. And they looked at my house. Maybe I was looking where I was going because the shitty streets in this fuck neighborhood are completely fucked that like I'm gonna fall down anytime I hit a crack, you know? Like, I mean, again, 54 millimeter wheels, they're pretty big. Those are like riding wheels. But no, like we live in a shit neighborhood. So I get, you know, like I gotta look where I'm going. So maybe I'm like, where am I going? Which direction am I turning? Is there a car coming? Oh, we've got a report that you've been out skating the past few nights. The past few nights I've been skating. Someone calls the police because someone's been skating for a few nights. Bitch, ass, motherfucking cocksucking piece of shit. I've been skating 20 years in this fucking hole. Like, this piece of shit, I know like the back of my fucking hand. Like, oh, he's been skating for a couple of nights. Oh boy. Well, that's just terrifying. Hide your daughters, hide your wife. They're raping everybody. You know what I mean? Like, lock up your daughter, lock up your door, lock up your wife, lock up your back door, run for your life. It's AC, whatever. It's the whole fucking thing. Like, oh my God, someone is skateboard. Like, and here's the thing. I have like fibromyalgia or like neuropathy or some goddamn nerve damage where like I can't even do shit like physically. So I can't like barely like pop an ollie or like do a fucking pop shove it or anything like that. Like barely if I can, And so it's not like I'm like, oh, look, I just fucking skated on your car, dude. Or I just carved up your property. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, oh, shit, the fucking shit's all fucked up. No, I'm skating down the goddamn middle of the street, like barely hanging on for my life. Like, oh, I hope I don't fall off. Bunch of fucking cocksuckers around here. Bunch of fucking pussies. People afraid. What are you so afraid? Like, we got to get the camera to focus. You're so afraid of life. Like, please, 911. Oh my God, someone's skateboarding. They might have looked at my house. Oh my God. Oh my God, baby. No, you're a fucking cocksucking pussy. Like, sorry, get the fuck out. Shut up. You're wasting the police time. But I get cuffed because I don't have an ID. Like they're like, well, come with us, sir. We need you to prove where you like. So I got to get in the back of the car and go fucking 5 houses down to where I live and like go get my ID. And I'm cuffed in the back of the fucking car. And I'm like, can you just uncut? They're like, all right, just, if you have an ID, like, so I come back out to where I live here and here's my ID and like this is where I live and all the neighbors are like outside like what's going on? They're all gonna laugh at you. Like, like everybody's just fucking like, whoa, it's this whole fucking shit show. And I gotta explain why I'm skateboarding. And then I gotta prove where I fucking live. Yeah, like, I'm sorry. I suck at life and I'm disabled and I fucking have months to live. And this is where I'm at. Like, and so, like, the one fucking piece of freedom I have, the one fucking escape I have is riding what I have created to be a pretty goddamn nice skateboard. Like, I got the best bushings, the best trucks, the best board. At least according to me, and I love riding it. Like, that's my fucking escape. But, like, I'm literally just riding a skateboard, not doing anything destructive, not causing trouble, not fucking shit up, not yelling, not screaming. I'm listening to fucking Tori Amos. And I got 2 female Phoenix police officers, God bless them. And they're just like, this is, they're like as apoplectic as I am. They're just, oh, God. Really? Someone called over this? Like, this whole neighborhood, like I've told the story, crack, shit and fucking heroin needles in the back alley and shit behind my place where I live. You know, like, but they're oh, someone was skateboarding. Oh my god. Anyways, enough of that story. Like, I just wanted to complain and bitch for a minute because, like, I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, I've lived in this neighborhood, I guarantee, longer than any of the motherfuckers that would have called the police on me. Like, to probably, and I actually have an idea. There's a real busybody piece of shit bitch that's just down the fucking street, like, couple houses. And you know what she did? She stole a house from the old people that used to live there. She was their caretaker and fucking robbed them blind and stole both of the fucking houses they lived in. They own two houses on the same street and she stole them both. So I'm guessing this is the fucking person that called the police because, like, oh my god, he's making noise at 9 o'clock at night, and he turned around on his skateboard, so he had to look where he was going, and like he looked at my house, and like, I mean, again, the police, like as much as I'm angry, and I'm not, but like, you know, again, it's ridiculous to be put in handcuffs, taken in the back of a police fucking SUV. Like, I mean, again, this was like we're gonna ram the fucking building down SUV. Like, I got a ride in an SUV, go knock on my door, like, mom, because yeah, I live in my mom's guest house. Like, ding ding, like, hey, can you explain to the police that I live here because I don't have an ID? It's fucking ridiculous. You know, and again, they're like, "What are you listening to?" Well, you know, they didn't even know that the girls, the police women were so young, they didn't even know who Tori Amos was. I'm that old. Like, so I'm like, "Hey, I'm sorry." And they're just like, "Wow, this is a real fucking waste of time." And I was like, "Wow, this is a real fucking waste of time." But I still had to go prove where I lived and just all this stupid shit. So when I think about it, I think about where we live. Where do we live? Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous has always been rooted in the foundation of what's the best thing for your leagues and what's the best league you can be in. And if we can't offer that, we're nothing. So I think that brings me to my next point, which is I'm going to cancel a couple of our leagues. A couple of these fantasy basketball leagues, I like, whoa, everybody's like, what? You're already probably fucking laughing at me because, like, oh, you live in your mom's basement, which is half true, but in Arizona, you don't have basements. But generally speaking, I don't want to put people into shit leagues. Like, that's not what we're about. So, all right, fucking shit got fucked for a couple of our leagues. The whole switch to fan tracks was stupid. I think I'm gonna wholly admit that, and just maybe not for baseball, but you know, and again, maybe this is on me, but I think there was a lot of problems switching to fan tracks. We lost some of our best managers, which sucks. But like, I think the fallback is at least let's have the home dynasties, the good dynasty basketball leagues that we've got, and maybe one or two redraft leagues. Let's have those on Yahoo. Like, we were already on Yahoo. There's no reason to switch except for the fact that we were switching. And this is no knock on Fantrax. I talked to Ryan today, and a lot of people are probably questioning, like, really? You talk? Wow, Ryan and Tom? Like, yeah, Ryan and Tom still talk. And I spoke with Ryan today, and he asked me, and he's always held me accountable, better or worse, for a lot of my shit, and vice versa. And he asked me, like, are you sure you're not putting this Fantrax opportunity to be sort of like a Fantrax, like, Tom kind of wants to move up in the world with what he's doing, but are you sure you didn't put Fantrax ahead of like the leagues? And I had to think for a second. I was like, I don't think so, but But my idea was that we'd do Fantrax, and if it sucked, we'd fall back to Yahoo. I think what's happened is that it's not that Fantrax sucks, and maybe I suck as a commissioner and I don't understand the Fantrax settings or something. Like, I've reached out to my usual contacts at Fantrax, how to make these leagues great. Like, what do I need to do to set them up? Uh, and I haven't really heard back, and so that's kind of a thing. Like, I still think Fantrax is getting better and will be great, and it's something to be part of, but at the expense of 10 years of dynasty. And this is something you should keep in mind for your own leagues. Like, forget all my bullshit and like, oh, I was in the back of a police car and oh, boohoo is me. Like, when you think about your own dynasty leagues or your own leagues that matter to you, uh, don't let anything interrupt what you've built. Like the chemistry, the camaraderie, whatever's there, the history. You don't let that fucking fall apart. And so, like, basketball starts what, October 16th? That's 5 fucking days from now. I've been trying to get these leagues settled and built for weeks, but it's like, well, so and so didn't sign in, or so and so is finally getting back to me. Like, JD, I love you, brother, but you took fucking forever to let me know. You were like, but then you were like, for good reason. I think I'm out on this league and I'm out on this league and just I'm cutting back. But I'm like, fuck. And that's fine, but like, maybe it's my fault for taking this long to get this shit set up. Part of that is baseball. I spent so much time on baseball this year that every other sport in the fall kind of went by the wayside. Like, we didn't even do fantasy hockey. Like, I wish I did, because I love playing fantasy hockey even when I don't win. Like, I suck at it, but like, you know, I mean, I miss it, but oh, excuse me. There's no excuse for me. But I think what I'm saying is just we're gonna fall back to Yahoo for basketball, and it's the best thing for the leagues. That's the one. I mean, I literally don't know how much longer I'm gonna live. And like, I don't say that like in a morbid, like sad, like, oh, woe is me. I mean, I'll probably live longer than all of you somehow, like just in some weird fucking way. But just the odds and the shit that I'm dealing with my health and all the other problems and seeing doctors every week, I mean, it's not easy to maintain like just leagues generally, websites, YouTube channels, podcasts, whatever. And then on top of it, you're like, oh, why is Al Horford not going to the team he's supposed to be on? Al Horford, top 50 player. Al Horford won't go to the team he's supposed to be on. Thank you, Fantrax. Like, I love Fantrax, but like, why can't I get Al Horford on the team he's supposed to be on? Kawhi Leonard, like, I've been through these teams with a fine tooth comb, and it's like they just, I mean, I'm not, whatever. It's just pointless. Like, so I think what the answer is stay where you're at, know what's good, stick with what works, what's good for you. Like, so if anybody out there ever sees this video and you're like, "Oh, what do I do with my league?" No, just your league is what's like the history of your league is what's important. So like, as much as maybe like you think it's the best move, don't fuck up the history you have. Like, we've already lost. Like, I don't know if Woot's pissed at me, and I'm gonna throw this out there for all the addicts who know intimately, like especially the more intimate leagues, the home leagues that we have. Our buddy Woot, like, just decided he was gonna quit, and he's talked to pretty much everybody but me. And I don't know if that's because, he's mad at me or I fucked something up or just what, because it's my choice that we switch to Fantrax or whatever. But like, don't lose the people that have made your league great, like, because that's on you as the commissioner. And I'm going through that right now. Like, I mean, I feel dumb. Like, it's like, well, this was a good idea on paper. Like, I had it under control, except for the shit that I couldn't control. Like, all I wanted was what was best for my leagues. But at the same time, it fucked up. I fucked it up, and now we've got like fucking 5 days to get this shit right. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna fall back to Yahoo. We're gonna get this shit straightened out. Even if we don't have like redraft leagues, we're gonna have the home leagues. It's gonna be just fine. We can always redo the redraft leagues. Redraft doesn't go anywhere, but like, and all I can say is that I am sorry. Like, as your commissioner, as the person that runs these leagues, and even Ryan was like, well, I wrote them off, like, I thought they were dead. I don't think these leagues are dead. I just think shit got fucked temporarily. And they'll be back. So like, I'm not worried about that, especially the dynasties, but like, so everybody's worried about like, where are we going? What are we doing? Like, we're just going to stay on Yahoo and they'll be fine. Like, it is what it is for now. Like, we can always, especially since I've already sort of laid the groundwork on Fantrax, we can always come back later and, with a little more time and a little more effort put in, maybe I can see. The thing about Fantrax, I don't know, again, if you've never played on Fantrax, there's so many settings and so many things where it's just like, wow. Like, I don't know which button to click, Like, you're just like, "Oops, did I click the wrong setting?" And maybe, maybe not, but it is absurd and intense sometimes. And it's kind of the like, I like to give Fantrax the analogy that it's the rope that you give a man to hang himself, like, you give a man enough rope and he'll hang himself. And that's Fantrax. Like, it's just, even when you set your leagues, like, they give you import settings based on Yahoo, based on ESPN, based on whatever. So even when you follow these guidelines, there's still so many like little check boxes and little things that, like, you're like, I don't even, do I need to click that? Is that Does that apply to us? Like, is that And it's fucking intense sometimes. It's over the top. It's overwhelming. I wish it was a little more straightforward. I would love if Fantrax was like that, because I really want to be on Fantrax, because I think long term, especially for our dynasty leagues and every other thing, I think they offer the best options. But I'm going back. I'm going back to Yahoo. I talked to Ryan about it. It makes the most sense. This is where we're going to at least play this year's worth of fantasy basketball. Now, I know baseball will be on Fantrax. I've got like a full winter to set it up. Like I said, even if I'm dead, the cool thing about Fantrax is that you can always be like, oh, our commish died, and they'll renew the league for you, So that's cool. But, and I don't plan on going anywhere, by the way, but Just saying. I think it would be ideal for us to be there because of that, but in the meantime, like, again, you've got good leagues, you can't fuck them up, like, so don't ever let your leagues get fucked up. I mean, maybe I'll change the title of this video to "Don't Let Your Leagues Get Fucked Up," because that's the theme here. That's what I wanna say is, like, if you've got good leagues, you've got people that are in them, like, that are just, like, clamoring to come back, I mean, you don't fuck that up, like, especially when you got, like, 10 almost, like, 10 years of history. At least 10 years of history, for some of these dynasty leagues, like, you don't let that just fucking go to waste, so, we're falling back. I've always said I was willing to do it. We're falling back to Yahoo, and it's gonna be okay. So, if you're already in the dynasty home leagues, you're fine, everything's fine. I've gotta reset my I've gotta reinvite everybody that's part of these leagues, but it's fine. Like, we're all gonna be there, it's gonna be fine. I just want you guys to know that this is what's best for the leagues. This is what Ryan and I, even though FSAA is no longer a tandem bicycle fucking ride, like, no, it's me and Ryan. Like, I'm rubbing his shoulders while he fucking pedals the bike or some shit. Like, even though it's not that anymore, like, we're still looking out for what's best for our leagues. So, I hope you're okay with that. I'm just infinitely sorry for the shakeup and the stupidity. Like, I mean, again, it's about as embarrassing as being put in the back of a fucking SUV for the police listening to Tori Amos riding a skateboard. I didn't do anything wrong. I had good intentions. I'm literally just riding my skateboard. And, like, if anything, like, again, I'm an Eagle Scout. Like, if anything, I'm looking out for the fucking neighborhood, you know? Like, I'm not fucking causing trouble, tearing people's shit up. Same thing with the leagues. So, within that analogy, we're going back to Yahoo. It's going to be okay. And I'm sure, like, the short notice, like, all that. I'm sorry for it. We'll figure it out. We'll square it away. If you got to bail, you got to bail. But, like, I mean, I hope all of these leagues, like, if we lose all the leagues because of this fucking turnover, I'll feel terrible. But I don't think we will. I think you guys are with us. So just know, like, it's not like, it's not from lack of effort. It's just shit didn't work out, like making the switch. So, and that's fine. We'll be okay. Like, if you guys know us, like, we're like cockroaches, I mean, we're like cockroaches and Keith Richards, like, saw a bright light and I thought we were on, like, we're going to survive a nuclear holocaust. So, stick around. Don't give up. Be patient. And I hope the one thing I want to do, really, like, I think about our website. I want to get our website back together, like, especially the old chat we used to have, the old chat program. Like, I haven't been able to put it on the website because I don't know website stuff, like, I don't know how to do. I mean, I've tried, but I don't know what I'm doing. But, like, if we were all there and just hanging out and chatting again, I mean, come on, remember the glory days? You guys remember? You guys were, yeah, come on, bubble up. What are you talking about? You remember the good times, baby. Instead, now we're just tied to the fucking truck with a 3-foot rope. And that's a lot of Adam Sandler reference, but that's what James and I do because James is like the only person I ever talk to anymore. But hopefully, once we get shit back together, like, all right, we're gonna fall back, pare things down, but We're gonna be all right. Like nothing's fucked. Nothing is fucked. Nothing is fucked here, dude. Nothing is fucked. You know, we're gonna be just fine. So, and again, I apologize for the tumult. It would behoove us not to have so much tumult. Those are my like two favorite words: behoove and tumult, tumult, tumultuousness, whatever. But enough of my fucking verbosity. Fantasy God, please grant me the serenity to set my ideal lineups. Courage to add drop aggressively. Wisdom, as always, to make good trades. Our website, which is fucked out the window, fantasysportsaddicts.com. You can always hit me up on Twitter at letter F, letter S, we're double A, FS double A. Same thing for Gmail at letter F, letter S, the word double, letter A, FS double A at Gmail. Send me your keepers. Send me whatever you need. Tell me you fucking hate me, whatever it is. Thumbs up, thumbs down. You can hate all you want. We're gonna be just fine though. Like, we'll weather the storm. And that's my late night ramble. You know, like I was in the back of a goddamn police car tonight. Not a police car, but like a huge like military like SUV. Like they even had like the fucking street sweeper. You know what I mean? Like the whole fucking shotgun thing, and it was like two chicks that had like I was like, what is that, Mossberg or is that? Yeah, like, nice shotgun. You know what I mean? Like, and they just fucking thought I was some goof fuck, which I am, and that's what we are. We're fantasy sports addicts, all right? So, you know, we're gonna have some fucking hits and misses. This year's a miss, and you know, put it on me if you gotta. Like, I think that's fair, but we'll be back, and it'll be just fine. So, that's my mea culpa or whatever. That's me just chiming in or chiming out or whatever the fuck. But we'll be just fine. Yeah. All right. I'll see you guys. Again, thumbs up, thumbs down, comment. Let me know what you need. We'll get it straightened out. We got 5 fucking days to do this. And we're like literally like that's it. We're like that's it. Like it's time. It's time. So we're going to do this weekend. Even if I'm dead. Somehow these leagues are drafting, okay? That's all I got to say. So I'll see you.